Welcome to Alien Theorists Theorizing. I'm Braden.
I'm Zell.
I'm Dan.
And I'm Andrew.
You did say alien theorist theorizing, even though we haven't made the.
No, I didn't.
Fine.
I coughed.
Oh, I thought you
You
said.
heard was a cough.
That's what his cough
That's
voice
my
sounded
cough.
like.
I got
You
it.
know which way to go.
Alien. We didn't talk about it before, so I was like,
We haven't talked about it. We're going to talk about it in after hours. What's happening with the split feed we have going on right
Oh,
now?
yeah.
It's been
It's a-
nothing
it's
but
a nightmare.
problems.
It's
and
a nightmare.
annoyance and the
Yeah.
bane of my entire existence.
they're about to become a singularity and fucking collapse back in on itself. That's what's about to happen. Today we're talking about China. You know what?
China.
Quick little rabbit hole I wanted to go down that kind of I fell down looking into the Great Wall of China. First off, bunch of liars.
Not so great.
China.
Okay.
No, China just lying about everything. I no longer believe that terracotta army. I believe that's fucking a plant now after going down this rabbit hole.
Okay.
You
Also,
don't believe there's fucking rivers of mercury flowing and
no, I don't
No?
dude, I don't believe anything coming out of China.
Oh, we don't know if that's
In fact,
actually true.
one of the big fucking ones that I went down while looking into the Great Wall was like their population. What is their population right now?
quarter
I know
of what they say it
officially.
is.
a billion or something.
1.5 billion is the official
They've
reported
been lying.
thing. And then like I watched this not a TED talk, but this like with this Chinese historian that's like come to the West and is like China bad, and she was going off, and she's like that number doesn't even make sense because 70 years ago they had 500 million. They're like they've had decades of a one-child policy. Their population would have had to grow like 5 kids per household
Well, and like on top of-
continuously.
whenever you see guys that go to China and they'll blog about it or YouTube about it, there's never any people in the streets.
Dude. And then
Well,
she
they-
was
It's
saying
always crazy. It's like fucking
they were challenging her
ghost
because they were like, well, the UN and the official databases say, like based on energy consumption and stuff. And she was like, they have full fucking cities that have no one in it, that they run the power 24/7, full cities with no one. And she's like, it's a lie. She was like, China's on the brink
come
of
on, China.
absolute collapse
Where's the
here.
people?
Well, dude, everyone knows.
About the people, China.
Everyone knows. All the experts know that China is facing a massive population collapse because the one-child policy.
No, listen. I grew up, everybody told me that there was, for every bullet that was in fucking North America, there was one Chinese person. More. They would fucking nuke us if we fought them. That's what everybody told us that. We
Well,
wouldn't
they
be able to
nuke
stop
us if we nuke them.
them. Yeah. We didn't.
But so what Brain's saying is he doesn't believe the Great Wall of China even exists.
No.
no, it's inflatable.
No. Well, I don't believe it's. I mean, it's there. It's there. I don't believe for
Because
a
I've
second.
only ever seen the same stock photos of them.
True.
Hey, I've never been there. But what is presented is pretty mind-blowing. We're going to go through it today. We're going to lighten up on the case file this week. You know, take a little breather from the fucking
We're gonna lighten
insane
things up by
war.
talking about China. Are you sure? Are you
Well, it
fucking
depends.
Sure?
It depends who's talking,
Yeah,
I guess. If Andrew's talking, then yeah, it's not going to be light.
No. Hey, listen. Hey, buddy. I pretty much live in communist China. Okay, I'm pro. We support it here in Canada. We are basically Chinese. It's over for us.
Oh, easy.
It's we got our own fucking Chinese police fucking force within
That
our
is
country.
true.
We've got
That is
our
true.
prime minister. I'm pretty sure is in China right now with his newly defected fucking
Oh,
conservative.
We don't have our
Trying to
own Chinese police force. We have a Chinese police force that operates here illegally, and we allow it to happen. But yeah, Great Wall of China. We're going to China. We're investigating the Great Wall. It's from what I thought as a kid is not correct. It's not just a continuous amazing wall, though it is amazing. But I always thought when I was growing up, the Great Wall of China was just a constant wall around all of northern China. That's always what I thought.
Also, I had teachers that were like hammered it home to the point where I remember this. They're like, it can be seen from space. You're like, no, it can't. It absolutely cannot be seen from space. That is a huge lie. It's still like an engineering feat. It's like insane.
If you
But-
could see the Great Wall of China from space, you could see every highway from space also because it's not very wide and it
No.
looks just like the ground around it. It's made with like rammed earth and brick and mortar. That makes no sense. I guess if you're on the space station and you had like a good pair of binoculars, sure.
No, there's no way. Binoculars? No way.
Well, you're only up 80K, some good fucking 40 times. You could see for sure.
Maybe.
100%. But that's not really in space. You're only up, if you even believe it's up there.
Yeah. Okay. First off, they're just flying in the sky. First off, they're not. Let's
They're on a
get real
constant
here.
flight.
They're on a constant flight.
Anyways, Dan, drop us some facts about the Great Wall before we go on a major tangent here already.
So the Great Wall, like you've already mentioned, was is a pretty large and amazing engineering feat. It wasn't built all at the
largest, isn't
same
it?
time. It is the largest militarily significant construction in the world. It was built usually, like, I guess people they dated around like the beginning of the walls or the origin of the wall around the 7th or 8th century BC, where you had battle among the warring states period of China, which it wasn't China then, it was a bunch of like little city states. And they call this the Spring, Autumn, and Warring States dynasty. And most of these walls, like the large, probably the longest parts of the wall that have been around the longest, like these were actually walls that were built to defend against other city states within, that would be like kind of.
They were getting
modern
ready for
China.
Hunger Games, basically.
Well, they had
Right?
like
They
well,
were starting to fence off the districts. Is what was happening.
Well, it was actually what happened is like the emperor at the time, and like one of the ruling class, like they kind of started to fall apart, and the smaller states started kind of exercise a lot more autonomy. So all of them started kind of building their own walls, building up their own armies, and then kind of like shit got crazy after I think I forget off the top of my head which emperor died, and then kind of left everything kind of like went to shit, and it was kind of like everybody's like, well, we're the best, and then they all started fighting. But it was actually, I guess so it was actually the state of Chu, which was the first to kind of build their wall. And during the Qin dynasty, when you get China, this is when you had Emperor Qin Shi Huang actually had all of the walls eventually joined up to kind of force it all together and then kind of build. We'll talk about it, but it's like about having the walls together for both like the defensive purposes, and then also there's some that say that's a more like, it's almost like propaganda is what it is, the kind of building up the solid solidarity of the Chinese people and then people within the Qin Empire to become one. But there are sections of the wall that were specifically for
What a weird thing to be like, let's join the people by
Buddy, it's like
building
fucking
the
Hands Across
longest-
America, except for it's a
dude. It
wall.
was like it's like real life Catan. They were going for longest road, right? They were like, they wanted those bonus points. Like, let's just build a fucking continuous fence as far as the eye can see.
it did have like a military significance about what it was, and like some sections of the wall more than others were like built specifically to keep out like invaders from the Catan like areas, like the northern parts above China.
Some were built to keep people in.
And
Well, we're gonna get there. Don't you worry.
yeah.
Oh, we're getting there.
So the Great Wall is actually like, if you go into the just the facts, I guess. Like if you take all of the sections combined, because it's not every section, but and actually they're actually still digging up sections. A lot of this, like, so some of these numbers kind of flex every now and then, where it's about 21,000 kilometers or 13,000 miles, so roughly halfway around the Earth.
Yeah.
So it runs
That's
very
insane.
far.
It's insane. So what you're saying, Dan, is the game Dynasty Warriors is actually what started the wall, because it was the warring factions, right? What did we say? We had because warring factions, I had it written down here. 'cause
Oh,
I
now
used to
you're
lo-
speaking my language. Okay.
I loved.
Yeah.
So you had
The Romance of the Three Kingdoms.
you had
stuff, yeah.
Qi or Qi, the Qi clan. You had the Zhao, the Yan, and the Wei. Right. You had Lu Bu. You had
Yeah,
all
Lu
these
Bu.
clans
Yeah.
building walls to protect themselves from each other. We're talking like hundreds of years
Cao Cao.
BC. Cao
Cao.
Cao, yeah,
Cao
Cao Cao.
Cao Cao. Yeah, he was good.
So from that, and then as dynasties formed, they started merging these walls as Dynasty Warriors 2, 3, and 4 were released.
Yeah, exactly.
That's how I think about the Great
Dynasty
Wall of China.
Warriors
That's how
Extreme.
you, Zella, to understand Chinese culture and Chinese history, he has to dumb it down to Dynasty Warriors.
You have to dumb it down to a game where one guy will end up wipe out an entire army with nothing but a sword
Yeah.
spear.
Yeah,
That's it.
It's the spear that pierces heaven. That's
It's amazing.
Yeah, and Guan Yu and Lu Bu and who's it? Yeah, there's another couple other ones, but yeah, no, yeah. But if
Okay,
you're
now are we
the
talking about
Romance of
real
Three
things
Kingdoms-
now, or are we still?
Well, the
talking about
Romance of
video
Three
games?
Kingdoms, I
Technically,
believe it's
technically the real things.
fictional- It's like a fictional, like it's a fictional thing, but it is pretty cool. It actually is a really fun piece of literature. But you have so you do have the different sections of the wall. What's another interesting thing about them is they're all kind of, a lot of them are built from, and Zell kind of mentions this, touched on this just a little bit ago. It's like they're all built from like different types of material. Like you had some pieces of the wall that are built by stone and brick, some are built by just tamped earth like wood, and then even there are some sections of the wall, which is an interesting study that's still going around now, that they found sections where they actually use sticky rice mortar
Yeah.
to put it together, which they found to be surprisingly durable.
I think you're
It's
forgetting
harder than
corpses
modern day
as well.
cement in some cases.
I think
Yeah, I
this place
saw
was
that.
built
Well,
with
have you
half
ever
the
left
corpses
rice?
in
Have you
fucking-
ever left rice in the fridge too long? It's like a brick after
You
when
Yeah, you
don't
try-
fucking eat leftover rice, by the way.
Why not?
What?
You can't eat leftover rice.
Why not?
It gets a certain bacteria on it. It's bad for you. Kill you.
I'll do it all the
That's how
time.
you. That's how you make.
Do it.
Yeah.
That's how you make
Hasn't killed me yet.
chicken fried rice. Is you have to use leftover rice.
No, you don't do leftover rice. You eat fresh rice and that's it.
What?
No, you're buddy. You've
do that all the
obviously
time.
Google it
You've
right
obviously-
fucking now.
you've ever Google any recipe for chicken fried rice, and they're going to
Look it
tell
up
you
right now.
use leftover rice. It's way better for the
Don't use
recipe.
leftover rice.
All right. Well,
Enjoying rice and eating it for leftovers.
if you want to be fat and
Hey, shut
enjoy
up.
your life like me,
Shut up.
Not
Here it
good
is.
for you.
It's a safe option as long as it's being stored and reheated correctly. Just like anything.
Oh, like
when you
any
reheat
food.
it.
Yeah, like any food.
Andrew's like, you guys are eating old food. What do you mean you're eating old food?
Okay, well,
Don't
I'm
immediately
gonna
throw
die
everything
one day
away
then,
after
because
you
I
finish.
eat leftover Chinese food all the time. I eat it cold too. I mean,
Oh, yeah,
fucking
me
die.
too.
I might. Yeah, so we have this Great Wall of China, but it's not. It's a whole bunch of different constructions from different times, but it's not just a wall. It's trenches. They use rivers and natural mountains and hills, and they connect it all together to make this 22,000 kilometer wall, which pretty much does the whole entire northern border of China.
Sounds like they got lazy when they're using rivers and other things. They're like, oh, good enough, right? That's pretty much a wall, right? We
I
don't
mean, a big river is better than a wall. A wall, you can fucking just climb up that motherfucker. It's not a big
river. You
deal.
can just wade a river.
Yeah, and they actually, I mean,
Not if you fill
part
it
of-
with
it's part of the,
giants naked.
well,
Sure.
part of the mythology of the wall is that they originally like dragons like carved across the land and followed like the natural contours, and that's why they built the wall. They built a lot of what they call dragon's veins, which is like what they call mountains. And this kind of all of it, because the way that the like, I mean, just iconically, like the pictures of the Great Wall that you do have, like you can see how it follows the terrain. It's not just one straight wall. And all of these things, and you know, for certain purposes, it's just like it just worked for what it was in some of these areas. But yeah, it's like some of these areas, like the wall is nothing but like a trench, or like, you know, it's not that high or not that impressive, but it's like they all connect into one giant construction that does span an extraordinary distance.
Because at one time it was the Mongols. That was the unifying force of China. Like, we got to finish this fucking wall.
Oh, buddy, hey, let's get down to business to defeat the Huns.
Right.
We're gonna build a fucking wall.
Well,
Finally.
Huns
You
would be
send me
Attila,
daughters
but
or sons. Listen, I watched the movie. I know.
What was Genghis Khan? Wasn't a Mongol?
well,
Mongol?
he was a Mongol, but it's like they say
Attila
down
was
to
the
Huns.
Hun.
Attila was the Hun.
Oh, okay.
Attila.
The Mongols were Genghis or Genghis. But a number of, I guess, different cons you could have, like, but they were always like, yeah, a continuous threat. Those
Kublai.
and like those on the northern border of China, like those tribes, nomadic tribes from the steppes that would, you know, periodically raid those things where, yeah, the wall was meant to be a defensive structure against them, to defend against them, which it did for a while.
Dude, until like it was like 1300, 1400 where gunpowder and cannons were developed.
Well, it's like a lot of times, like the wall, like it served its purposes in some areas, and then, but a lot of times it wasn't like the perfect defensive structure as anything was. A lot of times when you do get these breaches in the wall, a lot of the times it was like they just bribed somebody to like set up an area or to let them in through a gate.
Listen,
These
Dan,
things
if
kinda
the
the
wall
easiest
was
way.
successful, then it would be Tartaria, not China. All right.
Right.
Yeah. You know what
I know
happened?
that now.
It's the wall was fruitless, and all the Chinese invaded Tartaria, right, and used up all their resources,
Yeah.
right, and
All the magic
slowly
science,
integrated,
fucking energy.
right, and China couldn't get, or Tartaria couldn't get their, I don't know, their police force to round them up quick enough to get them out of there. They overran it. I think that's what happened to him.
Well, that's one of the theories of the wall is they say these Tartarian buildings that permeate the entire world somehow have similar construction techniques to some parts of the Great Wall. So therefore, the Great Wall, at least part of it, was built for the Tartarian Empire
The good part.
before the Great Mud Flood of whenever that was.
And it's
Well, due to the erosion, right? We know that
Erosion.
due to the erosion, we know that the Great Wall is tens of thousands of years older than.
Hundreds,
Yeah.
some say
Hundreds.
hundreds of thousands of years
Yeah,
old.
definitely.
I mean, yeah, they do say that large portions of the wall have vanished, and it's like estimated to be about 1/3 of the wall has actually disappeared due to things like erosion, earthquakes, and people actually, as people do, and we've seen in other cultures, it's like people just reuse
Steal the
bricks.
stones to
Yeah,
build
you just
your
steal the brick,
fucking
build your
huts and
house.
stuff.
Yeah,
and like sometimes the wall's just in the way of construction crews, so they just smash it down without permits. They're like, well, this is going to take too
Oh,
long.
dude, in China they don't really worry about environmental stuff. If they want to
That-
build a
that-
road, they just build it.
I think we talked about that a little while ago. A little construction crew was just like mow it down and just mowed down a section of the wall to get through faster for construction.
Like we've all seen these videos in China of them building stuff, and they build it so fast.
They're
And
like the
they st-
Amish.
They're this fucking. All of a sudden, there's a
fucking quick,
30-story
baby.
tower built in like 5 days. Like how? How do you even do this?
Slave labor.
Robots. Yeah, I
Like,
mean,
one of the-
well, I was gonna say a huge portion of this wall was rammed earth, right? So rammed earth works really well until it gets wet. So right now, this new trend is rammed earth construction, like for houses, which works great.
what is rammed earth exactly?
So you set like
Just
a
fucking, is that when you have like
ex-
mud in your hand, you just keep slapping it?
pretty much
My kid
exactly
does
what
that
it
at the
sounds
beach
like.
all the time.
Yeah.
You create a form. I'm not an expert, but from what I know, you create a form, you dump certain type of dirt in it, and you just ram it down and compact it as hard till it's like concrete. And it works really well as long as you waterproof it and it doesn't get wet. Because if it gets wet, obviously it's going to crumble.
Comes
How do you
apart. So you-
waterproof it though?
You just use like a plastic barrier on the outside, so when it rains, it washes.
Little poly.
Okay, little poly.
Yeah, exterior poly, a big, thick like barrier. But in the Great Wall, I'm assuming they didn't have that knowledge of.
We just assume man. This
Waterproofing
is
the foundation.
Tartarian technology. This is fucking
Not all of it,
Tartarian
though.
world, buddy.
Not all of it. Can't be. The Tartarians are way too smart to just build with rammed earth.
This is
Their
true.
building still exists today. Isn't it like the White House a Tartarian building or something?
I think so. Empire State Building.
Union
Tartarian.
Station.
They dug those babies out of the dirt
Yeah, they were there.
all over the whole world somehow. This Tartarian Empire exists.
It's fucking insane.
This is the greatest theory ever. We talked about it
It's
before.
crazy.
all the,
It's fucking crazy.
Yeah, the whole Chicago World's Fair is all Tartarian
all
Empire.
Tartarian.
All the stuff that they built out of like, what was it, like hay and plaster?
Just mesh and plaster, but don't say that to those people because they're going to call you a liar. Even
Right.
though
You hide the truth.
your great granddaddy was building that motherfucker in 1890 or whatever. But anyways, so yes, we have this huge portion of the wall that's eroded and gone or buried or destroyed by something more powerful than anything at the time. Some parts of the wall look like they've been blown up, melted, if you will.
Well, and the like
Nuclear
and the
blast,
fact-
perhaps. I don't know.
the one to me is it's like they're like, well, it seems like it sloped to the wrong side, so it's like the defensive side would be the wrong
it's
side,
lower than the
then they're like,
the way in is lower than the way out. Essentially.
yeah, like so they're like it like based on how we know that like civilizations built these like defenses, they would be defending the opposite way of what history books
They're
are
facing
saying.
towards China.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the
it's like-
walls
it's like-
are
mainland.
facing towards
Yes,
China.
and you're like,
So are
that
the
doesn't make
turrets.
sense.
or
Well, yeah,
some
yeah.
turrets. Some
Yeah, what
sections.
do they call it? I can't remember what they call it, but the little like archer slits.
It's a fantasy word for the turret.
Yeah,
Whatever. We got to call them turrets. The turrets are facing towards China, and some
Not all of them. Let's be.
and,
Well, and it's- and the
certain
slope-
sections.
and the
Yeah.
slope is like it's sloped, so yeah, like low, which doesn't make sense because you're like you'd want to be on the high side on the defensive.
You'd think,
I mean, that
unless
could-
you were building a giant prison wall.
Keep people in. What you're saying. It might not have anything to do with what we talked about the wall being built between warring factions or anything. That has nothing to do with it.
Well, I
you
mean,
guys-
that is part of it, but it's like the wall. It's with most walls, I think, is that they can serve multiple purposes. It's like they do have a function as a military installation and defensive, defensive construction. But also, some of these places were actually just like they were places to control. I mean, immigration. Like these places that people to check in,
Build the wall.
come through checkpoints. To control trade, and which is what it kind of sometimes need, and you put these places strategically to come through. But there are some, there is some. I think reading about it, what I found fascinating about the Great Wall of China is that there are kind of like conflicting views where it's like it is the Great Wall of China is iconic and it is like a symbol of Chinese identity, but there are kind of two sides to it where it is the one where it's like, yes, it is the Great One China, it is the amazing engineering marvel that it is, but it is also this one where the wall, like large sections of the wall were represent like forced labor and like a controlling government, to some extent. Like
Yeah, they were just
Nephilim-
throwing bodies in there.
Hey,
for
did the
sure.
That's what I said. I
Nephilim
tried saying that
enslave them?
earlier. You guys are talking about rice. I'm saying they use bodies to build that fucking place.
Yeah, encased
Well, that is
in rice.
That is another famous lore about the Great Wall, but I don't know if the organic material doesn't do well in construction, so I don't know why you'd put them in there.
If
What
they're
else you do
encased
with them?
in
It's
sticky
easier than
rice,
burying them.
If you do a fucking a mummified sticky rice exterior,
100%, man.
I mean, you'd
Consume 'em?
also want to bury the bodies because in Chinese like cosmology and those things, like unburied bodies gets you ghosts 100%. Like it is like that is the one thing about the culture around that time is like if you have unburied bodies, they're gonna turn into ghosts.
Did you
Well,
guys
then
know
you use the ghosts to finish the job. You have to
when
fucking
you guys
renew
were
the
looking
labor.
into this and looking into theories, did you run across the 2016 film The Great Wall? Did you guys hear about this film?
Is that the
No.
one with
Starring
Tom Holland?
Matt Damon, and it's like
Matt
Matt Damon
Damon.
is like I've never seen this movie. I didn't even know it existed.
I 100% think we talked about this like way back into this.
Have we talked about this before?
We
It's
probably talked
insane,
about it at
dude.
some point.
I was like looking at the cover of it because it's like the concept is that the wall is there because every 60 years a meteor comes and brings aliens,
it's
and they
giant
use the wall
reptile
to
aliens,
and they use the wall to defend.
and Matt Damon's like a European trader or something. That
who's-
shows up.
Must be
he's-
like
who's-
pre Goodwill Hunting. Like, was this his first movie? Like, this
No.
sounds fucking-
No, it was
he-
this was like a real expensive movie to make. I
And
think.
he's
it
like,
was-
and he's like
This is his
turns
John
into like,
Carter from Mars.
yeah,
I mean, it wasn't
dude,
him. I don't know what they paid him to get in there. It must have been a lot of
yeah.
money.
I was like, it's like, yeah, it's like a,
Hey,
it's
And
like
then,
a
he's-
Chinese.
It's all
if you could
Chinese
pay-
actors. It's
One
all
at a
time,
Chinese
boys.
actors.
If you could pay Gary Oldman enough money to be in Tiptoes, you can get fucking Matt Damon in this movie. I guarantee.
Yeah.
it.
It's pretty funny. I was like, because I was like, he's the one white guy in this movie. I was like, they're like, we need this film to do well in America. Get their number one actor, Matt
who
Damon.
can we get?
Damon.
It's so weird. Like the cover is like,
Yeah.
is William Defoe in it too? Actually, I think he might be in it.
He
too.
might be.
Dude,
He is in it.
man.
William Dafoe is in it too.
I mean, I remember that about the time when this came out and just it being a whole thing. Be like, why is he in this movie? Like, I'm not sure. Like, it is a Chinese, production.
this is
like
this is when you threw
predominantly
fucking
Chinese actors.
eyeliner on somebody, on a white guy, and he's Persian. Like this. Is why?
But he doesn't play a Chinese person. He plays
Doesn't matter.
he plays
Tom
a
Cruise is
European.
samurai, baby. Let's go.
Well,
Throw him
Tom
in
Cruise
there.
plays an American
Doesn't matter.
samurai. Like,
Doesn't matter.
Yeah, he assimilated into samurai culture.
Yeah.
So Matt Damon's playing a Chinese guy.
No, he's not.
no,
playing
he's
Chinese
a
guy.
What's the
he's a,
difference?
he's a
It's all
white
good.
guy that he's now a
He's
better
assimilated.
he's better at, he's a Chinese warrior.
Exactly. What's
Fighting
the
the
best-
aliens.
The
movies all
best
the time. They
Chinese
do
warrior
better.
there is. Anyway, speaking about bodies in the Great Wall, it's possible because they think like over 100,000 people died building the Great Wall over all the dynasties. So if they're not in the wall itself, they're in the foundation, they're around the wall, they're fucking all over that baby.
Fertilizing the area around. it.
That baby is haunted as fuck.
Well, yeah,
Have you seen
we
those like
seen-
old fucking paintings or tapestries of like the goblins building the wall?
Goblins?
Yeah, they look like creatures building the wall. It's fucking freaky.
Tartarians.
They just
insane.
enslaving goblins, the goblins from like
put them to
the
work.
what are the Kentucky Hobsonville's goblins? Those things, bringing them
Well,
out from the mines.
If you believe if you fall in with was it the third Mummy movie with Jet Li's going to come back and use his necromantic spells to bring all the dead people back from the Great Wall. Like that's a. Somebody remember that? that was a huge part of the fucking movie.
The third Mummy? I don't even remember the third.
You remember the Dragon Emperor? The Dragon Emperor?
No, I
movie?
don't
Yeah.
remember. My brain kind of stops at
Oh my
Scorpion
God.
King.
No,
Well, it's probably when fucking
No, is it the
Brendan
third or
Fraser
fourth?
stopped
No,
being
it's the-
hot. He started
is it the
transitioning to
fourth
like
Mummy
current
movie?
Brandon
Or-
Fraser, and you weren't interested in it.
No,
Is it third or
that's true.
fourth Mummy movie? I can't remember. It was like a third or fourth Mummy movie where they go to China and Jet
It must
Li
be the
is
third,
Emperor.
because first one's good, second one's Scorpion King, third one's
And
got to be that
They
one.
have a bunch of Yetis playing football in the fucking Himalayas.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I remember that because I remember like he's a little older too, and it's like his character's a little retired.
Yeah, it's like his son is the major player kind of thing, whatever. Yeah, like it's just wild. This fucking Jet Li's just like invincible emperor guy. It's pretty amazing.
Jet Li
is Michelle
is
Yeoh in
fucking
that.
invincible.
Michelle Yeoh in that too, I think. Yeah. But yeah, it's a the Great Wall does come into play in a lot of like during that around the time like the imperial cosmology of the Qin Empire, as it was like a representation of the power and the like dividing order from chaos, as it was like this giant structure that was commanded by the emperor to be built, where the emperor sat as the son of heaven, having the mandate of heaven back then, to be like representative on earth, to build this wall and keep out the chaos that was the northern border tribes and anything outside of China.
But he's like, point the troops inward. We're gonna turn our backs to the enemy. Really disrespect them.
That'll throw them off.
Yeah, they'll throw them off when they come as we're looking the wrong way.
Hey, what happened to your camera, Andrew?
I don't know. It's plugged into my fucking chargeable USB port, but I guess it's dead. Like the little light is on that it's charged.
Dude,
or charging.
even it got tired of looking at you.
That's fair. I'm getting tired of looking at myself for 30
Yeah, just
years,
fucking- Who
baby.
cares? Keep it going. What were we talking about? What we leave off here? Imagine, I had a thought. Like, imagine, like, you build this giant wall. Like the psychological effect. If you you're like trying to get to China and you just come across this fucking wall, and you can't. You keep riding for days and it never stops. It's like psychological warfare.
Yeah, it is like I said, it's part of the identity of China, where it's kind of being like, yeah, like to display. It is a huge display of power. To being like, you can muster enough resources, manpower to build these sections of wall.
It's like, I
that
mean,
are
like
extraordinarily
it's-
impressive.
the tallest section's 46 feet tall, and like most sections are around 20 to 26 feet. The average height is 25.6 feet. So it's not like it's like
It's not
you're
crazy
not
big.
You're not boosting your
Listen,
buddy.
it's
You're
in
not boosting
fucking
your buddy up.
Boys, it's in China. Like that's fucking unattainable. That's too high. Nobody's getting over, especially back then.
You got Yao Mings. You got You got
Not
outliers.
then.
You got the
No.
old odd giant.
No, not back then.
The Tartarians. We don't know how tall they were.
That's why they had to get rid of them.
Tartarians
like-
also were Nephilim, right? Same thing.
Something like that. You know, and they tied that all together.
I think so.
And
Yeah, same
Nephilim were
shit.
fallen angels or something too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they were the
They've always been
half
fallen.
bloods of
Yeah.
angels and gods and human women were the Nephilim or
Yeah,
something like that.
angels and human women. Yeah.
Angels
I
and
feel
human
like
women.
They were the
like
men
when I
of
look at
renown.
the part of me wonders, like, I mean, I know we say it's a wall now because that's what it looks like, but also I'm like, as I'm looking at some of these pictures and like to Zell, like what you said, you're like, you know, the intimidation factor of like you come up, but it's like a lot of the wall is built on like such rugged, hard land, like mountainous regions where it's like up and down, like very difficult. Part of me wonders, I'm like, was this really going to be a wall, or were they like, this is going to be the trade route? This is where you're going to be able to travel on. This is going to be the fucking the freeway, expressway for traveling, right? You
Well,
get
I'm
under
sure
the
Silk Road 2.0.
yeah, right. Like it's like because it's
Well, the
it's
Silk
just make
Road
a-
would have went through. Like you would have had to go through the Great Wall to get through into China
new
on
one.
the Silk Road.
2.0.
right, but like you just travel, you traverse the wall on top rather than
We'd
having
only,
to
but it
do the
only
trails.
goes like north to
I
south.
guess so.
Like,
It goes east to west, doesn't it?
East to
Or
west.
Maybe
I
they-
guess
maybe
like
they had-
east to west,
I don't know,
southwest.
maybe they had big plans where they're like from the ports to the
I don't think it was
Right,
paid.
and then-
I don't think it was really paid for like to accommodate like a lot of wagons and things like that.
Well, I mean, wagons to
true.
a point, right? Because they use like ridges and stuff. So you get to the end, you'd be like, oh, there's just a giant mountain here now. Now what?
yeah.
I can get
Um,
back
Because
to
like
a
my-
I
lot
mean
of-
like even some of this area that I'm looking at like in pictures, I'm like, why even need a wall for this section? Like it's just it seems like it's so out in the fucking middle of nowhere in this mountainous region that it would be hard to get there regardless. And like to get, I guess, I mean, that would be just a dagger. He's like, man, I hiked up this shitty hill. What is this wall doing here? Like, why? Why would someone do this to me? And now you're stuck.
Yeah, there are a lot of anecdotes and stories, and I think actually like legends that talk about like some of the remote parts of the wall, that are like, yeah, why would you build a wall here? Like, what's the point? And it could possibly, I think some of these sections could have been like vanity projects, like they just need to be built by some local magistrate or whatever. It was just and also it is the mandate of heaven. Like your emperor just told you to build it here, so you're kind of like, well, all right, we better build it, or somebody's getting their head cut off. And it ain't gonna be me. I also found it interesting too that some parts of the wall, but this is common in some like Asian architectures, is that they follow a lot of like the religious symbolism, or like some of the cosmological symbolism. They have certain sections like those apparently in like I guess Bottling is one of the places where they have steps and railings that are built in multiples of 9, which represent the 9 layers of heaven. Which like add a little bit spiritual significance to some of these places. So some of these, it is said, like we mentioned before, about the dragon veins of of China. They build these mountains.
ridges.
There is, it's thought that maybe feng shui came into play to kind of these, as the wall is not only a defensive structure, but it is I mean, you could say this, like it is a focal point for the people who live within it. It is this barrier of not only stone but also mental energy that
Like
is
mystic energy.
mystic,
This is
yeah,
like
it's the
the
dividing line. Yeah.
this is like the dragon ley lines, right? Is that what
Yeah,
this
it-
is? Yeah.
Well, it's like it's like a barrier. It's like, it's one of those things where it's kind of like it's a talisman, meant to keep out, within the wall. There is order, there is agriculture, there is bureaucracy, there's all these things, there's organization, and we're outside of the wall at that time. That was a universe that worked on completely different energetic principles to the imperial cosmology at the time, and you had nomadism, barbarism, all of that stuff out there.
fucking feng shui on a continental scale.
Yeah, pretty much. It's like interesting structure where when you get
Well,
into the ideas of like, you know, what the cultural significance, not just the military and
I mean, it's still
engineering.
it's still weird that the fact that it's like wasn't the construction like it's 2,000 years like
Mhm.
Over like
Working on
1,600
it.
years or something.
like that's
Yeah.
that's fucking insane considering at the time you think of what the life expectancy was.
30.
Right? So you know what I mean? Like generations and generations of people just being like, all right, I guess my whole life is just going to be dedicated to building like, you know,
Dude.
5 kilometers of this fucking never-ending wall.
Hundreds of thousands of people. Their first job was slinging stone on the wall. They died on the wall. That was it.
Yeah.
That was the fucking life. Every day.
Yeah, and I mean that was part of the like like their worldview at the time is that I mean this stuff is all kind of it's a bit grim dark, but they're saying that you know suffering was seen as a stabilizing force in their universe. The deaths of those people reinforced the boundary, like their work and their deaths, their energy.
It sounds like some bullshit to tell people who were building the wall.
I mean, sure, yeah, like you know, it could.
That's
it
some
could
wall
possibly be that.
propaganda, Dan.
Yeah, but that's what they believed at the time.
That's
So,
what
yeah,
my
you
that's
could
the
say
kind
that.
of shit my supervisor tells me at work to try to
Yeah.
keep me motivated through the day. I'm like,
Yeah.
okay.
And that could, you know, this is why the wall wasn't very effective when, you know, when the Western powers showed up in their, you know, ships of metal
With the
and
ladder,
ships of
with the
metal,
with
yeah.
the new invention no one had ever seen.
or
the
like
ladder.
giant navies, like
Yeah.
yeah, like it's we just go around just from the water.
And you're like, oh, oh no. What do you mean they climbed it?
But yeah, since the wall is like culturally significant, you get a lot of interesting anecdotes that come out, you know, surrounding or you know have the wall as a setting. I think one of the one of the ones I found that was pretty funny was called the Legend of Jiayuguan Pass, where you had a legend where a workman named Yi Kaizan in the Ming Dynasty, so between 1368 BC and 1644 BC, who was very good at math, and he said that he calculated that he would need
Surprise.
he calculated that he would need 99,999 bricks to build the wall within the Jiayaguan Pass. And the supervisor didn't believe him, and he said that if you miscalculated by even one brick, like you're done. I'm cutting your head off. That's it. Which seems kind of, I don't know. That seems kind of
What's he gonna do though? Count all?
You know?
He's not gonna count all the bricks.
well.
That's the dumbest wager of the like. That emperor's not gonna count all the bricks. That's so dumb. Because the guy at the end they're like, we use just the right amount of bricks. It's like no one knows. They're not counting all those bricks.
So yeah, and then he also said that the workman would be punished to do hard work for 3 years. So it's like you know, if you miscalculate one brick, so-
Harder work than fucking making the bricks.
I mean, they probably would be like, well, no more breaks, you know, no more coffee breaks, I guess. You know, no more,
Your
no more smoke
fingers
breaks.
hurt?
Smoke
Huh?
breaks.
Your
done.
fingers hurt?
So after they completed the project, there apparently was one brick left behind one of the city gates, and the supervisor saw it, and he's like, you know, he's getting ready to punish all the workmen, but however, Yi Kaizan said that that brick was deliberately left there by a supernatural being to fix the wall. It was going to be there eventually, like you're going to need it, and if you move that one brick, the entire thing will come down. And apparently the brick was left there and can still be found there today in the lower part of that construction.
And the supervisor just bought that and was like, all right.
Yeah. Yeah. It is
I
wild
guess so.
sometimes. Like I said before, like some of the stuff like where they have the supernatural was very much a force to be reckoned with in ancient China, where you have these things like you know, like I said, like you do have ghosts. Ghosts were 100% real. They have the ghost festival that they've been doing for hundreds of years, where it's like the Hungry Ghost festivals, where it's like, yes, they do exist and they are real, supernatural beings that will cause misfortune, especially something like that. And you could be like, it's like, he might be bullshitting, but I don't want to You know, it's like, but I don't want to take the chance that this entire wall will fall down. So,
It just still doesn't like honestly. Just I don't know why really they would build the wall, but it's just like when I listen to the stories and stuff, and over 2,000 years, I can't help but be skeptical. As be like, that's it. They're just like we're gonna fucking build. We're just gonna do it. We're just gonna keep doing it
And
forever.
keep doing it for 1,500 years.
to the point where for so long that probably 1,000 years people are like, what is this for? Like, what are we doing here? It's been 1,000 years we've been building this thing. My fucking great grandfather started. He died on the wall.
My fingers hurt.
My fingers hurt. What are we doing here? And they're like, well, we got to because or else ghosts. They're like, okay, what? For another 1,000 years.
It
It
is
just
very,
doesn't. It just
Got to finish
like,
it.
It just
well, it is difficult for us to. I think it is difficult to wrap our heads around sometimes that this was the mandate of heaven. This was the gods. This was the emperor who was a representation of heaven on earth, telling everybody to do this. And it is.
yeah, but I could
or
buy
your
it
entire-
more. I could buy it more that this project was undertaken by one emperor, right, and overseen for whatever 40 years. They're like, build a wall, go in east or west, and they're like, okay, and then they start, and then he just kind of like, they're like, all right, your wall's doing well, and he's like, all right, yeah, what wall? And they're like, the wall you wanted, and he's like, oh yeah, and then they just continually build it because no one ever told them to stop, and they're like, and it just
well, it's the
became a
that's
thing
the,
they're
like
doing.
that is probably what you're thinking about. Like you don't just have one emperor, you have a dynasty.
Yeah.
And you have them continuing the project that was put before their predecessor.
The national
So it
project.
is- yeah, it's the national project. It's at some point it becomes a part of the identity. It becomes like, I will finish this wall, or I will continue work on this wall until it is complete. Because that is what my father did. That's what my father did before. And it's hard for us to think about it now.
Maybe it's just part of their fucking political platforms, right? I mean, it got Trump elected.
We're going to finish the wall.
Guy.
Yeah, and
Universe.
it is like we mentioned before. This was a representation of like, this is keeping China safe from the barbarians of the north and these places. That's what
Defensible.
it was meant to do. And you're like, if we don't build this wall, the Mongols are going to come down here and rip our shit apart, which they did.
But that doesn't make
Yeah.
the Mongol doesn't make sense.
Not that the
because-
wall stopped them. The wall didn't really like.
It was a
wall
minor
didn't
speed
stop
bump.
anything.
And the thing about that is like, okay, well, you got the Mongols, you got the Han or whatever. Those are like short-term like problems.
Problem, like 1,000-year problems.
No, but like Genghis Khan was what, 20, 30 years? Like it was
Well, it was the
there's-
cons. It was his, kids after that. Like he had a dynasty.
Yeah, and he had a lot of fucking kids.
yeah, but even like
He's
how-
populated
what
half
was
of
the-
Asia.
Well, yeah, that's true. What was it? Was not like 3% of the world as Genghis Khan fucking
Yeah,
genes.
that
or
guy
something?
was fucking.
But even like what was the Mongol Empire? Like it was nowhere near as long as the building of the Great Wall of China. 1162 to 1227.
Yeah, so
That's
like
it.
what? Yeah, it's like the threat didn't last long enough to justify another 1,000 years. Of
Yeah, but
building
that
a
wasn't
wall.
the only threat. They've been dealing with, like, as long as they've existed, they've dealt with threat.
I know, but you would think the threat is like, all right, we have a threat. It's going to take us 10 years to build this 4 kilometers of wall, and in that 10 years, we could this be attacked a million times.
Yeah,
And then,
Yeah, and then,
when we-
like,
we
the
can't-
best
we
part
gotta
is when
finish
you
it.
get to the water. Okay, when we get to the coast, we're going to put it out 20 feet into the water, and then that's it.
We don't
And then
want
we
them walking
swim
just
around.
walking around. Yeah, you don't want them just walking around it. Like, why? You can take
But
a
they
walk on the
probably
beach or
did.
walk on the beach.
Or the West Coast.
But you
Actually,
can
the
swim
be-
around it. It
The
still
best
sucks if you
theory,
gotta
best
swim.
theory I heard actually is that the Tartarians actually know about the kaijus, and at the end of the western part of the wall lies what's the 3-headed Gojira with the big one, Ghidorah. That one lies under that mountain, and what I had the province here. It was he lies under the Jiaguan Fort in the Gansu province of China. He lies under this fucking fort under this mountain at the westernmost part of the wall, and that was the whole thing. The Tartarians knew he was there, and they had to connect the wall to the sea to him through a wall in the channel to power the start of the Kaiju.
That one makes the most sense to me.
I could buy that if it weren't for
I
the
buy
fact
that.
that Ghidorah is from space. He doesn't.
Well, and
he doesn't
also-
care, so.
The thing
Wow,
that I
that's,
find-
that's in your version, Dan. You don't know what their version was.
I choose. That's Ghidorah. The fact he comes
What
from
a-
fucking comes from space.
He come from space and he crash landed in this spot right where on the western part of the wall.
the kaiju one that I like because they're like it's for monsters. I was like, the wall's only like 26 feet average. I was like, so if these are kaiju's, I'm like, they're not like enormous. You know what I mean? If that's the wall that you're like, we need it that high to keep them out, right? They're like the kaiju's are like, you know, not very big because they're not climbing it,
Maybe they're
right?
more like raptors, like little tiny raptors.
Right?
Yeah,
Because
you
then you got
wouldn't classify
little
them as
little
kaijus, yeah.
monsters. Which is like so Ghidorah is only like maybe 10 feet tall.
Godzilla was
can't-
actually
Mhm.
just a giant iguana. He wasn't
Yeah.
very big.
Yeah.
Because I was like, the wall isn't like, if the wall was enormous, like if that wall was like 60 feet, 70 feet tall, you know what I mean? Like you're just like, where you see it and you're like, oh my God.
Godzilla's like 300 feet tall. Doesn't
Then I would be like, okay, maybe monsters, but I'm like, the wall is so small in some sections that you're like, the monsters thing, I'm just like, there's no fucking, the monsters would be small, but I guess if there was a 10-foot monster, I'm like, that'd be still terrifying.
if there's a 10 foot, Bigfoot. We have 10
Well,
foot
you could,
monster.
yeah, you could have Bigfoot fighting Godzilla, and that would be a fair fight, I guess.
But yeah, I love that. The monster theory.
It's not a theory; it's a documentary featuring Matt Damon.
Well, that's the asteroid. As if an asteroid impact always hits in the same area, and
Oh,
so
that
they
makes
can
even
just
more sense.
so they can just they build a wall because the asteroid impacts always land in the same place
Same place.
every 60 years or something, and
Oh,
so
okay.
they use the wall to fight off the aliens. And
Yeah.
I was like, when did this movie come out? 2016, 10 years ago. I was like,
Wow.
I never once saw it ever or heard of it.
There are a ton of it's just going through like YouTube the other day. There are a ton of like Chinese like B movies, like sci-fi B movies that I've never seen, and some of them are like pretty crazy. You know, the giant monster movies where it's like, you know, it is like giant snakes or, you know, lizards, whatever. But there's a definite market out there. I mean, they have, what is it, the Meg and the Meg 2 were like primarily like
The
Chinese
Meg.
project. Yeah, with the Megalodon movies with Jason Statham, like the Meg 1 and 2, like those are primarily like Chinese production company funded movies. I like them. I think they're fucking wild, crazy. Put Jason Statham on a fucking jet ski fighting sharks with a harpoon gun, pretty awesome. And
Yeah, I mean, Jason Statham will do any movie. I feel like,
he's amazing because
and he plays
Jason Statham.
he plays Jason Statham in every movie.
John
Why,
Lee.
why wouldn't you? If you were Jason Statham, you'd do the exact same thing.
Like, why do you even need to be in anybody else?
I mean, he plays a different character in Snatch,
Yes, that's true.
right? Like he's not the ultimate tough guy badass in Snatch.
No, Snatch is I'd say Snatch is the one-off.
Yeah.
Everything else he plays tough guy badass, other than
He plays
that movie
transporter
Spy.
in every movie. Yeah.
in Spy where he plays the same bad, but he's just dumb, which is funny. That was actually a surprisingly good movie.
Johnny.
That's good. That's good. That's a good Jason Statham.
Yeah.
Hit me with it again.
Hit it.
Johnny.
That's good. That's good. I like that.
So I think pretty much we've come to the conclusion that the Great Wall is it's too massive for ancient tech, so it had to be a pre-advanced culture,
100%.
pre-Qin Dynasty,
It's wild.
pre-archaeology, Tartarian or older. It has to be.
Has to be.
There's no other
Well,
way. Who
yeah,
could
just-
build a wall that big? 22,000 kilometers, all the sections combined.
Over
I don't know.
2,000 years.
That's what they, Dan. That's just what they.
That's
tell
what they
us.
want you to believe, Dan.
Right.
I personally believe that this wall was built in about 4 days
Mm,
by an ancient
good.
culture
I-
using
Well,
some
I-
type of 3D printing from space.
that sure.
That
Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if that like that 2,000 years thing's a bunch of fucking baloney, and the wall was actually built in a way shorter span by, and I'm not saying like Tartarians or anything, just like a more
Giants.
technologically advanced civilization
Giants.
than we think,
Yeah.
But giants.
or we know, and that
wiped
as that
out
culture gets wiped out
by the mud flood.
by the mud flood,
Mud flood.
ancient Chinese, like emperors and stuff, just take credit for it, restore it, right? Work on restoring it because it's just like, if you found this wall there, I think that would be more enticing to be like, oh,
It's mine.
and then then you kind of make all these legends and lore to it because it's there already. You know what I mean? It's there, and so then the imagination starts running wild of like, why is this here? We need to, continue it. We need to do something with it. This is obviously important. And then it becomes, like when they're asking, someone of power, they're like, well, it's important because God instructed me to do, right? And they just make their own fucking spin on it. We've seen it in other cultures. And I'm like, that to me makes more sense than it was just ordered to be built for continuously over the course of 2,000 years. I was like, I know like the argument's always like, we underestimate like human ingenuity, but we also underestimate human laziness of like, I don't want to build this fucking wall anymore. And like we're not building the fucking wall anymore. We're sick of it.
Dude, all those workers who died were just the ones who spoke up like, hey man, this wall's already here. Like, well, that guy's dead.
Yeah,
he-
I mean, wipe out a whole village. No big deal. Send the army down. You're like, all right.
But it's like
I
I
built
can
this
see
wall.
that more in my head is that it's not it was there, and then the stories are just and the lore is what's come from it afterwards. It's just it's just 2,000 years you're just gonna fucking continually build this fucking
Build
wall.
shit, dude.
One thing we know about China for sure is that we only know what they want us to know.
Yeah, 100%.
Right? Like they have so much more history there than we know. They've got pyramids, all that type of shit, and we have no information on them whatsoever.
Yeah, the
Right? They're pretty
pyramids,
tight-lipped.
that was a
about
cool
their
one.
shit.
Locked down though. Tartarians for sure.
100%.
Nephilim.
Yeah.
All that good shit.
Yeah, all of it.
One of the cool like pieces of the lore from this though is the beacons of Gondor on the towers.
Mm-hmm.
You read about that?
No, what's
Very cool.
Well,
that?
they had all these like beacons that there'd be smoke signals during the day, and they had like their own language with smoke signals to tell you like how big's the army, how fast are they coming, like how long till they get here, and then at night they had the beacons. They would light fires, and then they would like throw giant blankets over it to like do like a Morse code, like
with
block
the
out the light.
smoke?
No, well,
With the
during
light?
during the day was smoke, like they do like smoke billows, and at
Yeah.
night they would do it, but they would just like block out the light for like a half a second or whatever. So they had
That's
the beacons of Gondor, if you believe. Well, I mean, obviously the Chinese used the wall. We're just the theories.
Yeah, we're
are,
not
like,
saying
did
they
did
didn't
they
use the
build
wall.
it? No, we're
I
not,
don't
we're not
think so.
sure. We're not sure. We're not sold. I don't believe any. We don't believe anything anymore.
No.
I don't believe us building anything after
We've never built any of these. Even all these modern buildings, I don't believe we built either.
no Tartaria. Tartaria.
Like the new
mall down the street. No, didn't do that. That's
that new
7-Eleven
One
on the
World
corner.
Trade Center that they built in New York. It's like 120 stories or whatever.
It was there.
It was already there.
It was just a mirage before, and they just
There's
it was
David. They
unclo-
brought David Copperfield out. And we're like,
Yeah, it just had a giant invisibility cloak on it. Just took it off after the Twin Towers went down.
that new 7-Eleven that went up. No, was there.
We
It
never
was
built
already
nothing.
there.
I know it's full of lore. It is pretty. Man, it is just a cool. There's nothing else like it on the planet.
no. I mean, there's
No.
ancient structures, but that size and vast.
22,000 kilometers. Obviously
just-
not straight, but like connected network
can't-
of defense.
I just can't get my head around that. Like, there's just that much, and over that span, and like for what? And that's why I think it was. I think it was something else. I think it was another ancient civilization. There was a globe-spanning civilization long before any of the
built the wall.
current stuff, and they were building stuff. They built the pyramids. They built other megalithic structures all over the earth. For what reasons, we're not
Dude, what
sure.
the thing is, though, compared to like the other real megalithic structures, the wall has nothing on it.
Yeah, but maybe. But let me
Not even
frame it
close to the same building technique.
this. Why, and like more primitive,
Way more primitive.
right? But what if that is one of the first things that this ancient globe-faring civilization worked on?
The first thing they built was the
Like
biggest
that was-
wall ever
they're like-
constructed.
Yeah, they're like, let's build the biggest wall. We fucking did it. All right, what's next? You know what? Let's try the pyramids. Let's try this idea next.
I don't know. They don't have any connection for me, but maybe.
Yeah.
No, it's hard to tell. The other ones like the pyramids and that like those interlocking, seemingly melted together blocks like in Peru and also Egypt and other places. That stuff, like those look like the same people built it. Where the Great Wall, you're like, be honest, kind of looks shitty, except for there's a lot of parts of the wall, like the tourist parts, that have all been rebuilt and repurposed, and those look cool, but they look like you're built by your local bricklayer. They don't look like they have like unbelievable engineering. It's just sheer will of thousands of people over 2,000 years. So they say. I still believe that at the end of the wall there's something there, and we should look a little harder.
That would make sense.
Have we scanned
that would
it?
make sense to me.
Have we done that?
LiDAR?
What's the scanning that they found the giant fucking pyramid
Yeah, LiDAR.
power
LiDAR.
plant stuff? No, the other SAR,
Oh,
yeah.
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 whatever they called it. That they found like those giant
Yeah.
pillars under the pyramids.
The giant Tesla coils with the
Allegedly.
chamber
Tesla coils.
underneath.
I'm still waiting for proof of that, but I'm
Still waiting to
hopeful.
find the rivers of Mercury and then
Terracotta
first
Army.
emperors. Well, I mean, the rivers of Mercury is something that's a different, but a different area.
Is it? I thought it was all in the same chamber. It was to
No,
protect
the-
his fucking jewels and
Well, the rivers of Mercury were like was it the first emperor of the Qin dynasty? Like his tomb is said to contain rivers of Mercury, and it's never been found. But I think there is one place where like they detected mercury, and it could possibly be in this one spot, but they don't want to dig there in case you do get rivers of mercury flowing out, extremely toxic.
Well, there was rivers of mercury also at what was it, Teotihuacan, Mexico City? Like those
I
giant
think so.
pyramids.
Yeah, large amount of mercury there too. Yeah.
So hey, well, that's connected culture. That's the other side of the planet. Making
I
connections.
was playing one game where it was like they referenced that like the giant rivers of mercury, and it's like your character can like run through these pools of mercury. I'm like, this is not good. It's like nothing happens to you. They're not poisonous or anything. You're just like, it just looks cool. You're like, oh,
Do you guys
I think
remember
they're extremely toxic?
going to Mexico, or someone bringing you back something from Mexico that had mercury in it? Like these little necklaces had like mercury.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I remember playing with those all the time.
Sounds like I remember eating those.
that explains the skin tone.
That's one thing I didn't eat, actually. Thank God. But I remember like cracking those open and like fucking playing.
Eating
And
them.
being like, woo.
Well, I wouldn't like pick it up, and I played with it like a stick. Like it's almost like liquid Play-Doh mercury.
Yeah.
Now they don't sell those anymore. I looked last time I was in Mexico.
Yeah.
You're like,
good
can I
reason.
get some of the poison?
Where's the mercury
necklace?
on the beach? Just from
Where's the
random
mercury,
guy.
guys? Come on, man.
You can't even get mercury in a fucking thermometer anymore. Don't even sell those. Where's all the fun in this world?
Make mercury great again.
New hat coming out. It's gonna be
Mama.
bright silver.
Ma.
It's gonna be laced with the real mercury. You talk about like a tinfoil hat, a mercury hat. That's some heavy metal right there. That's gonna stop all type of signals.
Yeah. Yeah. Going in and out.
Yeah,
You'd be dead.
and you're dead. Anyways, we got One Beauty this week supporting the
Hell
show
yeah.
on Patreon.
Yeah.
Let's go. He found us on Patreon. He went to patreon.com. He searched for Theorist Theorizing.
Beauty.
He signed up.
What a legend.
An absolute legend. This week, the lone supporter. The theorite of the week, the lone supporter. Throwing it back.
Hell yeah.
Raphael Nakawaski. Nakakowski, I believe. Ski. With an I? Is that Polish or is the Y Polish? Can't remember. Anyways, Eastern Europe.
Hey.
Brethren right there.
Hell yeah, brother.
His family was also enslaved by the Soviets after World War II. Anyways, anything else?
That's all. And as we always say at
damn,
the end of
man.
these things, keep those eyes on the skies.
1 second.
I got it.
All right,
I-
some Arc Raider talk.
I'm
coming up.
such a fucking degenerate about Arc Raiders, as I pretended that my camera died so I could sit here and play Arc Raiders.
I wouldn't be surprised.
No, you'd hear me screaming if I was playing Arc Raiders.
It is like, I mean, it's a bit of a phenomenon right now. I would say.
Buddy.
Like,
We got to talk about the phenomenon that happened last night. The fucking craziest thing I've ever seen, and it was probably the best thing I've ever seen.
What?
Me, fucking Braden, and our good buddy fucking Amigo Grande, aka Cum Gutters, we just spawn into fucking Stella, having a great time, and you start hearing this music in the background. You're like, what the fuck is that?
oh shit! I forgot all about
Fuck is
this.
that? And as you get fucking closer, it sounds like Civil War era, like fucking. And you know, you can hear the drums playing and a guy's playing a flute, and you're like, what the fuck? And you can hear this guys in the background, they're like, steady, steady, load your muskets,
You find your mark, gentlemen.
fire! And then we start getting fucking blasted by those single shot fucking Pharaoh guns.
All three of them.
And there's like
they're
these-
dressed as Civil War vets.
Yeah, they're all these three bald Civil War vets, and they got the music playing, and they got these one-shot fucking rifles, and they absolutely demolished us.
Yeah. And then they
It's
came
the
and killed
best
us, and
thing
they're
ever.
like,
That's because, boys, you didn't get invited to old Zelda. I would have I would have saved you.
I don't know. We were laughing too
I'd have
hard.
play Mario Party instead.
Play Mario Party?
dude.
That's what Steph plays. We have a Switch. We play Mario Party.
There's nothing worse than having to dumb yourself down and let your wife beat you at Mario Party.
I don't-
Times.
I would
Never
never,
let her
let
win.
my wife beat
Never.
me at anything.
She hasn't won yet.
Is that
I-
you
I
let-
feel too
Hey,
bad.
when you let her beat you at fucking Mario Kart, is that before or after you strap on the chindo? You fucking bitch. Let your wife win. What the fuck? Is
Mario
that
Kart,
shit?
no, dude. Mario Kart, all bets are off. But like Mario Party, I'd be like, all right, I'll throw a couple of these mini games.
Are you-
Or else
you-
or
you
else I'm
let her
so
win?
far ahead
Yeah,
by
you
even like the
assert
halfway
dominance.
point.
You
Yeah, it's
assert
just-
fucking dominance. You put
No,
your
the thing
foot
about
on the
Mario Party
throttle,
is,
don't let
even if
go.
you win all the mini games, you don't necessarily win the game.
Yeah, you can get fucked over by
I
the
always end
stars.
up getting
The
fucked
stars
every
get
Yeah.
stolen. You land on a
Yep.
Bowser tab.
Yeah, and you're just like, oh,
Every
you're like, what
goddamn
fucking
time.
bullshit is this game?
One time I went the most squares. I had the most gold. I had the most stars earned, and I lost the game because I lost all my stars.
That's what the game's whack. It's a fucking whack game.
And I'm pretty sure when you play against Mario, it's rigged for him.
I
think it's serious. I think it's-
what it is.
It's his party.
It's secret.
Like-
No, it's not. Steph should be because she always loses, but
Who is Steph? Who's her character?
she always plays Toad or Toadette.
Oh, really?
I play Bowser all the time.
Your Bowser. Okay, nice.
I'm Bowser, man.
See that?
I've had to switch my character because Jess. I was always Yoshi in Mario Kart. So obviously Mario Party, I was gonna be Yoshi. She's a Yoshi. I had to switch.
You should make her put you that fucking Birdo with the giant vagina nose or whatever that
Birdo, yeah, with a little bow tie thing on her head. I don't
big
know.
snout.
I've been slowly transitioning to fucking Wario.
Oh, Wario's good.
Yeah, in life in general.
Yeah, you're
100%.
just going dark.
That's where it is. I've slowly been transitioning.
You're
to Wario.
transitioning into Wario Andrew.
Mhm.
Your alter ego is coming out.
Wadru.
Did you guys have you ever seen that? I should send you that one joke. I seen that stand-up joke this one guy does. He goes, he's like, I'm gonna botch it. I wish I could remember his name, but he's like, I don't really do a lot of impressions. He goes, I can do a Mario, and he goes like, it's me, Mario, and then he goes, he's like, not bad. And he goes, and I can do a Wario, and he goes like, Wario, and he goes, and this is me in a threesome with getting fucked by Mario and Wario, and he goes, "Oh fuck it, you're so tight, Mario." And it's so fun, like it's the funniest fucking thing because it comes out of left field. And you're like, the whole audience dead silent to this guy just being like, "Oh fuck yeah, Wario!" Oh, and he's like, "Oh." It's fucking gold. I fucking love it so much. I laugh every time I see it because like for the first little bit when he starts, just crickets. As everyone's like, what the fuck? It's great.
Sounds pretty fucking funny.
It was pretty funny. I'll try to find it and send it to you boys. It was pretty funny. I laughed. But oh man, dude, working 9 to 5 again sucks, man.
Don't you work 7 to 3?
8 to 4. It's the same. It's all hours. Zell, why are we fucking right? It's not as doesn't sound as fucking pretty
Just
saying
working
8
in
to 4.
general.
You wish you worked 9 to
Working
5. You
8
would
to
skip.
4.
Yeah.
If you work 9 to 5, you would miss dinner time for the kids. Oh, you
Oh,
live in the dream.
God. My job is looking at a 12 to 8 shift, so splitting, and some people work 12 to 8. And I was like, that
Get
would
home
not be
just
a
in time for
fucking-
bedtime. No,
Yeah, that'd be
thanks.
not. But do the whole morning? Like I'd do all the morning. That's fucking fine with me.
You
I
do
like
the morning
breakfast.
now until they start going to fucking school and shit, and they have to leave the house. It's the worst.
Yeah.
Mornings are fucking hell.
How far is your school though? My school's just down the road. I'd be like,
yeah,
walk.
I'm Rose Valley. It's a bottom hill. It doesn't matter. It's getting them up out of bed and taking them somewhere they do not want to be.
Yeah, I guess so.
horrible.
Mm.
My kids loves going to daycare.
Yeah,
Love it.
daycare is different than school.
Nova's gonna love school. She's one of those girls. She's gonna
You
love
think
it.
so?
Oh yeah,
And Jackson's gonna hate it then.
you're gonna hate it.
Oh, hold
Boys
on.
hate
How was Monster
School
Trucks,
is
boys?
not fucking built for.
How was
Monster
Monster
Trucks?
Trucks?
pretty
Yeah.
cool.
Dope. It was pretty,
Pretty
dope.
good. Stinky. Did you guys stay
Stinky.
the whole time, though?
No, we couldn't. It was we stayed
Yeah.
for like we got there like 12:30. Went to the pit party.
Yeah.
So we
did
got
too.
went, take some like pictures with the trucks and stuff, and then we were there till like just after the intermission was the motocross, the big jump,
Yeah.
and that's pretty much where we left.
We left right after the motocross.
Yeah, so pretty much. the same
Bowen
time.
looked at us and was like, "Shut it down." He's like, "I'm done."
It was long, and it was right at nap time. Somehow Jackson fell asleep right at 1 o'clock when it starts, and they're like, "Ladies and gentlemen, start your engines," and all the monster trucks fire up, and it's so loud. He slept through that somehow.
That's some high quality ear pro, buddy.
Yeah, he has some muffs on, and he slept for
Yeah.
like he got a good 20 minutes in. He was so amped when we got there,
Yeah.
so amped, but he was so tired. He fell asleep. Quick 20-minute pick me up.
You know why? He was just overamped. His little heart was probably just a fucking beat. He's like,
Did anyone flip for you? Any of the trucks?
Yeah. I think the fucking what's the Rockstar one didn't it?
He flipped for he flipped over for me too, actually.
was El
Yeah.
Toro there?
No, El Toro Loco.
Yeah.
No, that's the major.
That's Monster
circuit.
Jam, buddy.
Oh,
That's
that's
big
different.
time.
Oh,
That's
really?
That's
Yeah.
the stadium tour. That's the big.
Yeah, yeah.
You were
this-
just the
Buddy.
amateur hour.
This was fucking gas break. Like
There's
immediately.
they have no room to go. It's in a fucking.
Yeah, they
Oh.
literally the minute they fucking gas it, they got 1 foot on the gas, 1 foot on the brake.
They get one good jump and then they have to hammer on the gas
Yeah,
or on the
on
brake.
Yeah,
But like it's the same like the same size trucks though. I actually looked up as like because there's one truck because there's everyone knows Gravedigger, right?
Yeah, great.
Well,
digger.
There's
Identity
there's this truck
Gravedigger.
there that's called Identity Theft. It looks just like Gravedigger.
well, that's the OG
pretty
grave
funny.
digger, but he
That's
got
pretty
like
funny.
retired, I think.
Something like that. But and I looked up as like
They've
our-
got lore.
What, dude? We got grave digger, we got son of a digger, we've got identity theft, and there's like an orange grave digger too.
Yeah.
I could ask Bowen; he'd tell me right now. He knows.
What's the
But there-
shark one?
Megalodon.
Megalodon. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
no Mechlodon.
with
Megalodon.
was Jason Statham.
But it was cool. There was one that fucking it was like a dragon one, and it actually breathed fire.
Sapphire. Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
she had a fucking-
Spitfire. There's
Spitfire. Yeah.
Spitfire and Sapphire.
That was pretty cool.
All right.
Actually, Nova
Stinky.
loved it way more than I thought she would.
Dude,
She
Niall
didn't
liked it
wanna
more than
leave.
Bowen, I think. Yeah, same with Bowen. Or Niall loved it. He was in his fucking heyday. He had his
'Cause we-
shirt off.
I bought her like a bag of popcorn.
That's his go-to, man. His tarps off. Whenever he gets fired up.
does he
shirt's
does he
off.
whip
Oh,
it?
yeah, dude.
Hell yeah, that's
And he
dope.
dances. He'll get up. He's like, "Say, Dad, can I go over there and dance?" I'm like, "Yeah, buddy. Fucking you do you, dude."
Get up there.
That's
Yeah,
funny.
he gets up there and
Are you
fucking
filming them
gives her.
instantly?
Oh, of course.
That's so funny.
Yeah, he doesn't give a shit. That kid likes to have a good time. He's gonna be a fucking problem when he's older.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's funny.
Mhm.
Yeah, I don't know if I'll do. I know we get monster trucks, but probably not till the summer. It is honestly.
Do you guys have a stadium in? Like,
Yeah,
a
we
good
have an
arena?
outdoor like racetrack
Oh, nice.
that they
Oh,
come
that'd
to.
be better if it was outdoors, actually.
Oh, dude,
Yeah.
it's so gross in there. It gets so smelly.
There was a couple of the trucks had like just the worst exhaust, like burned your eyes.
Yeah.
I was like, should we take the kids out of here? Like, fuck, nope, should we be in here right now?
Too fucking late.
Just huffing fumes. Oh,
Big time. That's probably why Jack's passed out, man.
he wasn't asleep. He was near
just
death.
passed out.
That's so funny. Oh man, yeah. This summer, I think they come around in the summer here because it's outdoor. But it was.
We should plan a camp trip. We should go to Cultus Lake.
Yeah, I'm down.
Maybe water slides, or you want to
Yeah.
go camping at Cultus Lake?
Well,
or
Camping and water
a little
slides.
both.
Oh, dude, yes, we had the best time there last year. Honestly, it was such a good time. They had like this cool pizza place that made you feel like you're right, like you're in the Great Outdoors movie too, like a sweet late '80s fucking movie. Right, like made the best time. 100% game.
Yeah, I'm in.
Didn't we go there last year together, Braden? Was
No.
that last year or the year before?
Nope, not neither.
I thought we went to the.
I haven't been there in years.
I've never been there.
Who the fuck did we meet? At water slides?
Yeah, I'd be into that. Would you pick any weekend in the summer
Yeah.
or a weekday if that doesn't work, and then I'll just have to book it off.
Well, let's start looking at our calendars now.
Yeah. Oh, fucking.
Dan, you gonna come on in, buddy?
Yeah, but
Water's
Cultus
good.
Lake. Want to come to
Gonna-
water slides with a
gonna-
bunch of kids?
Yeah, spend $1,500 on flights to come
Yeah.
to
No,
a
thanks.
fucking water park.
Well, if you're in
You know what?
Cultus Lake, we could go to Harrison and we could go Bigfoot hunting because that's where Bigfoot lives.
You know what? Fuck.
Yeah.
Cultus Lake. Let's go to Bridal Falls.
No,
Where
thank
the,
you.
where the fuck?
Didn't that almost burned down, man?
Yeah.
That's the
Bridal
gas station
Falls? Those are the-
right outside.
Those are
Great
the
Falls.
ones like just outside Chilliwack on the way to
Yeah.
Hope. They're like,
Oh,
there
those
used to
are
be-
right by the
garbage.
gas station that
Yeah,
burned down.
so
last
bad.
Those are trash.
You can just see there's like
it says
3.
temporarily closed.
year. Yeah.
Yeah, for the winter. Who's going to the slides now?
We got to find a way though to go to Cultus Lake on like more of a mellow time because when we went there, it was like you're waiting 40 fucking.
Oh,
there-
yeah. You're waiting
summertime?
45 minutes for the
So
family
wow.
of the Indian family to go down there in their blue jeans. That's
Dude,
why.
they're full fucking dress, like literally button up fucking dress shirts and fucking pants. You're like, what is
Honestly,
going on
here,
here?
new business idea. Fucking tracksuits made out of whatever the old Adidas like Umbro shorts, soccer shorts used to be made out of, because those were peak sliding shorts. It was Umbro. Is that the
No,
fucking
no,
soccer
bro.
shorts?
Buddy, you try to slide those, it'd
Umbro.
be up your ass in a second.
Yeah, but that's the
you
best,
get down the
man.
slide, you're wearing a G-string.
Dude, if
What
you
I
want
wanna
to
do is
I
if
made
you want to
that
rip on a
mistake once.
slide, you got to wear a wetsuit.
We gotta what we gotta do is we gotta make like neoprene dress outfits for Indian families.
If we're being honest, and you guys know because you worked at the slides, if you're sliding properly, your ass isn't touching the slide anyways.
No,
Your
no, no.
elbows,
You're on
elbows,
knees
heels.
and heels, knees and
Yeah.
heels, or
Shoulder
elbows
blades.
and heels.
Shoulder blades, elbows,
blades.
and heels.
Yeah.
For me, it's all fucking elbows and heels.
Buddy, and you're fucking you're packing your ass,
Yeah.
blocking all the water, so you're
Yep.
just skimming on the last little
Squeezing
bit.
cheeks the whole way.
Free enema at the bottom. You're
Yeah.
going so fast.
Oh, we went to water slides in Vernon. That's what we did. Not
yeah,
Shore.
that was
Oh,
fun.
Atlantis.
That's what we did, and that was a
That was
good
fun.
time. Still, though,
That was
fun.
a good time. It was busy.
Yeah, we had fun.
I don't know
Yeah.
how Kelowna doesn't have water slides.
Kelowna has nothing for kids anymore.
Nothing. dude.
Gone. We went from being a children's utopia to fucking nothing.
We had like 4 theme parks.
Guys,
in
you
a-
guys got
city
Kelowna
of
Shore.
80,000.
You guys got Kelowna Shore now.
The fuck is Kelowna Shore?
It's the New Jersey. It's the
I saw-
Canadian
I
Jersey
saw-
Shore.
I saw the trailer for it.
Oh,
It's like
dude, you
in
know where that's?
Kelowna.
Do you know where that's filmed?
probably your uncle's place.
It was farmed at the zoo.
Yeah, that checks out.
Yeah, Dave had them there for a couple months.
It was yeah, I saw a trailer and I was like, woof.
He called me. He's like, you want to come in? You want to be in it? I'm like, I'm okay, thank you. I'll take a pass.
You want to be associated
Yeah.
with the
You want to add
Kelowna
that
Shore.
to one of your IMDb credits? I was like, I'm good. I'll pass.
You're like, I'm not that desperate for jobs right now.
no, I'm good.
Yeah,
Appreciate it though.
I was like, I don't know why they didn't. I think Kelowna would have made more sense to call it than Kelowna Shore. But I mean, I guess they're just like, we're gonna be trashy.
Branding. They're going for branding. Jersey Shore,
Yeah.
Kelowna Shore.
I don't know. He called me one day. He's like, you want to meet fucking Suki or whatever the fuck her name is? You want to come down and meet? I'm like, who the fuck is Suki, man? It's like, she's famous, man. She was on the show. I'm like, Suki.
Snooki must be like
Snooki.
50 years old right now.
Who is that again?
That's
It
the
was
original.
Snooki.
Snooki. Suki is
Snooki.
from Two Blood.
Snooki. Okay.
Yeah.
Snooki.
What'd you say? Dan?
Suki.
Suki is from
It's Suki. It's
True
Suki.
Blood.
No,
Snooki
it's
Stackhouse.
Snooki. It's Snook.
Snooki is
from
from
Jersey, Shore.
Jersey Shore.
Yeah, yeah.
But
One or
Andrew's
the
saying
other.
Suki, which is from
Whatever the one of them was. here in
Whatever,
Kelowna.
whichever one had more cultural impact, which is Snooki.
I'm gonna Anna Paquin. And fucking,
Anna Paquin. That's Jean Grey, man.
Yeah, she was Super Stackhouse.
Or
Super
Rogue, not
Stackhouse.
Jean Grey. That's Rogue. Rogue.
Super Stackhouse.
I was in a movie with Jean Grey. That's right.
Which one? Which Jean? Old Jean?
The old Jean.
OG Jean?
Yeah, she was the mom.
Oh,
in the
Jean?
movie that I did.
Brother's Keeper or whatever? Sister's Lover?
No, different one. This was the other. This was the real movie, not the made-for-TV movie. Limitless.
was it called?
Limitless.
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 That was Bradley
Endless.
Cooper.
Endless. Endless.
Endless. Yeah.
Endless. Yeah. She was in it. She was the mom. Fam.
And that's what that's what people thought when they watched this movie. They're like, how long is this fucking thing?
When are we gonna see that beautiful fucking bald Lebanese man on
Yeah.
the screen?
This movie feels endless.
When is it?
Like, holy fuck.
Yeah.
Save the best for last, eh?
Which is odd though, because old Jean Grey was in that movie, and then new Storm was in it.
Oh
Weird.
yeah.
Right? The X-Men connection.
Have you guys watched what's the fucking that show called? Mobland. Have you guys seen Mobland?
I heard it's great.
No? Yeah, I
I
have
heard it's
too.
good with fucking Tom Hardy.
Yeah, I tried to watch it this weekend.
Pierce
except
Brosnan's in it too, I think.
I'm fucking so exhausted
yeah.
by it's time to watch like movie time or TV time.
You gotta
5
put
minutes
some
in, I'm
mindless.
like,
Yeah,
oh,
dude,
dead.
we're in the era now of like mindless TV, unless you're like at home on the weekend during the day. You can't watch
honestly-
anything with substance at night.
I actually don't think I could even go to the movie theater and actually sit through a movie. I'd probably fucking out.
Well, buddy, because when you go to the theater now, you're going to fucking Zootopia too. You're not going to see anything good. You're going to see a kids movie, pal. Those days are gone.
That'd be my dream.
That
Hey,
being said, Zootopia 2 was pretty good. Enjoyed it.
Pulled in like $1 billion.
it's because all the
pretty
Furbies,
good.
all the Furbies like to go there and fucking
Fucking
grind
flick
each
their
other to
beans.
watching that.
That was
Fucking
weird.
yeah. That show's way too over sexualized.
Is it really?
I don't know.
It sounds like somebody who knows here. Somebody who opening up the show in incognito mode here.
I have no, I
Yeah.
have no idea if furries are loving that or not.
Oh, it's a weird
Um,
fucking thing.
If
man.
anyone has an idea, though, it would be you.
I had no idea about that until Entourage.
About what,
Furries?
furries?
Furries, yeah.
That was my first.
Entourage
the
was my
furry.
first. I was like, yeah.
When Johnny Drama had to put the furry costume on.
Well, Turtle had to do it first, and he pussed out, and then Johnny's
Right.
like, "Give me the suit,
Give me that fucking
And
suit.
Then he puts it on, and you can see him fucking railing that chick as a pink bunny.
That show had zero rewatchability. I've
Yeah,
tried
you
to
can't
wa-
watch it again.
Zero.
And I'm like,
What a
oh, this show
horrible
sucked.
show.
I actually watched it again. I'm like, this show fucking sucked.
It was just for the time. It was good, and then that was it.
Only thing that holds up for me in that show is my hatred for Mandy Moore. That's it. That's it. I still hate her, and I'll never forgive her ever. I hate her.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of any other fucking. No, I can't. No other show I can't do. I can't do it right now. It's just too hard. I can't watch anything. It's insane.
Yeah.
I've been so tired.
There's not a lot of good stuff on. Like, I don't know. Oh my god, fucking that last season of Stranger Things was fucking hot garbage.
Yeah, it was. How do you end a series like that? You had.
It was fucking brutal, man. After
saw
such
that
a
one-
good start.
Have
I
we
saw
all
that
watched
one
it?
scene.
Can we
I mean,
talk about it?
I'm not going to finish it because I saw enough. But
It's
I saw that
spoiled
one
for you.
scene where Will was like, "I don't like girls," and I was like, "Yeah, why? What the fuck? We all knew."
Buddy, there was
Who
kids beating you up in the first season. They were calling you fucking
calling you gay.
yeah.
I was like, we all
Well,
knew. What was
meaner
that
way of
about? I
saying
thought
it.
didn't Mike? I'm pretty sure Mike in an earlier season was like, "Don't get mad at me because you don't like girls."
Yeah.
He like said that, and he's like, "I'm sorry that I said that."
Yeah, it
And
wasn't
then
the
it's like-
first time it was brought up.
Yeah, and I was like, then it was like a hyper emotional scene. I was like, we already Will. Everyone knows already. Now you're just making this about you.
It wasn't. It wasn't about that he said he's gay. It's about like, listen, we have no time. We have to get to the upside down
Yeah.
Buddy,
because
we're
we don't
getting
get.
murdered right now.
Everyone's
People are
getting murdered.
Yeah.
If we don't go right now,
I don't care who you want to fuck.
everyone wait.
care.
Hold up. I have a quick monologue
I want to suck some
before we
dicks.
go. I'm like, you could just do it after.
Has anyone read Stephen King's It? I would like to be the girl in the group that welcomes you all to adulthood.
Just for me, you have this whole series based
I be-
around like demigorgons and all this shit,
And you don't see one.
and in the
Final
final battle,
There's not one.
There's not one.
How about demigorgons that literally walk down soldiers with M16s? Literally walk them down, eating bullets. And then you have fucking Nancy Wheeler out there shooting the mind flare, who's this giant fucking monster of a beast.
We
and
gotta
she's
knock
shooting with
down
an
the hit
M16,
points.
and he's like, and he's like, reacting to these little tiny bullets. You're like, this makes no fucking sense.
Dude, the
But
show
back
would've
to the
been-
Will thing, the coming out thing. On top of all that, they've done such a good job of keeping it like the music was authentic to the 80s. Everything's authentic to the 80s. You're telling me if you came out in 1986, everybody's gonna be like, good for you, man. Great. You come out in the 80s, people are gonna be like, what? We don't even know what that means.
Yeah, I
Not
guarantee
to mention,
Joyce
you
would have
were
been crying.
breathing near me. Do I have AIDS now? Like, it was not a friendly fucking thing to come out back then.
No, it wasn't.
Dude,
No.
there's a guy at work today came into our office and he goes, I won't say his name. This is a true story.
Say it.
Shakes hands.
Dox him.
I can't say his name because
Dox him. Give us a
and
name and address.
he goes, he's talking, and then he goes, I am HIV positive and I live with it.
Okay.
And that was the response of everyone around was like, all right.
Anyways.
You're here to fix the electrical, which he was, and it was like, super fucking awkward. And
I would imagine
fully
if you were
fucking
like,
God.
hey, listen, we're about to have unprotected sex or
Yeah,
make
I
out
think
or
then- I
share
think
dirty
then-
needles,
I
just
think
so you
then-
know I'm HIV positive.
I think
I'm
then-
just coming into your business. You need to
And-
know that I'm HIV positive. Like, that's
yeah, it
insane.
was, dude. It was.
That's
I was
insane.
like, I was standing there, and there's like a couple other guys, and I was so shocked at the statement of just like, I was like, was there something? Because I kind of walked in, they were all talking, and I was like, was there something that led into that I missed? No. And
In
I'm
case
like,
anyone wants to have unprected sex with me, in case anybody.
yeah, if
just so you
anyone's,
know.
I'm
HIV
Marty the
positive.
electrician, and I'm HIV positive.
if
That's
anyone
wild.
here is interested, I am HIV positive. I am living with it. I was like,
You and a million other people. Thank you. You changed the
Yeah,
lights.
that's crazy.
I went from front. My other buddy's like, "What the fuck?" I was like,
Yeah, dude.
I don't know. That was super weird. And he's like, "Yeah, it was fucking weird." He's like, "Think I got it?" I was like, "Holy fuck!"
See,
Yeah,
that's 80s lore accurate right there.
yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like, that's like you're in this
I
sharing the
shared
same
water
room,
with-
and they all
I
would
shared
freak
the
out
water
thinking they got
fountain.
fucking
Yeah, I
AIDS,
almost
man.
spat out my water. I was like, "Buddy, come on." It's like that's.
But honestly, not
Yes,
only
you
that,
do.
like
You should
it was
get
just,
tested.
it was really bad. The acting was terrible. I think we realized watching this show too. It's like, yeah, this kid fit the fucking role pretty great as a fucking like 9-year-old. But like any kid at that age can act like a 9-year-old. As they age, maybe they're not good actors. Some people, like maybe some people aren't meant to be actors.
Oh yeah, you
that
know what?
kid probably not going to be in anything else ever.
They started
Honestly,
filming
and
that
I-
show in 2013.
I've seen that argument for why people say like people should really give props to Harry Potter because like
because they're all good actors.
they're all good actors and
Yeah.
they stayed good actors
Yeah.
like through like almost all of the child actors in that.
To
Like-
be fair, they're English, and all English people apparently
the
are good
accent.
actors because
It's
every
Shakespeare,
single
yeah.
good
Yeah.
actor
Yeah.
is English.
Yeah, it's
Yeah, that's
inherent
true.
Shakespeare-esque
Yeah.
in them.
But like that's quite a feat. It's quite a
I-
feat to be able to do that.
Totally agree. Because that fucking kid, I don't know his name, that plays Will Byers. Oh, man, he's
But
a
he was
horrible
terrible in
actor.
season 2 and actually outside
Well, he had
season
n-
1
we had
he
no
wasn't in
idea.
it much.
That's what I mean.
right?
We had no idea because
he
he,
was
never
missing-
did any acting.
He was
Season
missing
2, he
all
just had
season 1.
seizures the whole time,
Yeah.
right?
I think
Yeah.
they should have ended not Game of Thrones because it ended almost as bad, but they should have ended Stranger Things in season 4 when they killed Vecna and it was over. Should have been over. That should have been done.
This new season made no sense. They totally strayed away from the cool Freddy Krueger vibe of the horror movie. All of a sudden, you're finally
They're
fighting the
Avengers.
big bad, and nope, nobody dies. Like
Um,
Vecna, I watched Vecna fucking crumple like 8 kids in season 4 or 5, and then you get in the final, no one dies.
The
It doesn't make any sense.
No sense. He's
One of
even
the things-
he's supposed to be even stronger now.
I know, and he was basically he looked like Swamp Thing, and he was gutless.
One of the things I read was that one of the showrunners, what's the guy's name? One of the Duffers'
Duffer
wife
Brothers?
was a screenwriter and actually wrote a lot of the scripts for the show and divorced him at the end of the last season. So like didn't help, and apparently she was like a big driving force in the story, and she like had no part of it. It's what I heard rumor. I don't know if that's true, but I was like,
Well,
Something
something
seems to be-
changed. And
How could you go from this great concept of the mind flare, right? Controlling Vecna, controlling all these kids, making a hive mind, to the mind flare is just some weird little spider thing that Vecna lives in and has no power at all.
yeah, it was bitch made.
No power. They go out there shooting, they're throwing fucking rocks at it pretty much.
He was killed
What
by
they do-
5 kids when like Vecna alone in season 4 and 5 just massacred everyone.
The
If
mind
you
flare-
got caught in a room by yourself with Vecna, you were dead.
Yeah, it was,
Unless Kate Bush came
I
and
thought
saved your
Mind
life.
Flayer was going to be like a shadow entity, but he was just a giant spider in the end. You're like, okay,
Yeah.
Giant spiders.
well, I love the like online people.
Oh,
it was so
also
bad that people were
spoiler
like-
alert.
too late for that, buddy.
people are like, it was so bad that people are like, we're all under Vecna's mind controls. That was a fake finale. There's a secret episode that's going to drop, and
There was
we're
a
all going to
secret
wake up.
episode. It was
Was
the
there?
making of Stranger Things.
And they're like, oh, fuck.
That would have been the coolest fucking thing
That would have been awesome, dude.
possible. That
Dude,
would have
if
been
the,
so
if
sick.
the even if the secret episode was like 20 minutes, and it was them, and in the end, you're like they were actually just playing D&D, and it was all imagination, and they just ended it. I'm like, yes,
That would be
awesome.
cool.
That'd
That'd
been
be
sweet.
so cool. I would even prefer if Vecna won. And he just
Ah.
sees at the end, they're all sitting there with those fucking weird
tur-
the tentacles in their mouth, and Vecna's sitting there being like,
Turn dark. The whole shoulders turns dark.
sweet.
Well, now they're gonna do a prequel though because they show fucking Henry or whatever finding that guy with the little
The
fragment,
fucking rock, yeah,
which was the start of
the
the Upside Down,
meteorite,
I guess.
or
Yeah.
whatever. Yeah, stupid.
So now they have to deal with that.
I don't like that either. I would have preferred that just like, hey, some people have fucking powers, and it's crazy.
Yeah, I don't know. Making kids the Avengers was just not the right.
No,
Wasn't the right
I
go.
wasn't into it.
I watched it all. I had to finish it. I watched it all. Took me weeks.
It'll
Well,
take a year.
especially
Oh,
to rewatch. We rewatched it for fucking over a year, and it's just like the first few seasons were so fucking good, and then season
Yeah.
4, fucking awesome, man. Like,
Yeah,
so
4 was
cool.
great.
Like I remember
like, one
actually
and two
not
and
liking
four
season
were-
3, and that's the one I'm on, and I'm like, this is fine. This is
Season
good.
3 is
It was
kind
okay.
of a bit. It falls off a bit. 1 and 2 and 4 are fucking unreal.
I
and then
I
5
feel
is
like season
dog
3
shit.
falls off if you were watching it like week by week, like I was when it first came out, and you're
Mm-hmm.
kind of like disappointed. But as as a binge, you're like, it's not bad. It's nothing.
No, definitely not bad. Not especially not compared to fucking season 2.
Yeah.
Season 2
Anyways, if you haven't watched Stranger Things, I mean, go watch it and then you can yell at it yourself.
Tell us.
I don't.
Maybe a
I
secret
have no
episode will
desire to
come
watch.
out.
I've had no desire to watch it. I
Dan's
like
out.
it, and
We just
I-
spoiled it for Dan anyway. He has no desire to finish it.
Well,
I
it's
didn't
not
really- I
I
Japanese
didn't-
or
guarantee.
animated.
No.
so-
Dan already read the Wikipedia. That's what
I
Dan
didn't
does.
even- yeah. I didn't even
Did
want.
you-
Like,
did
I didn't
you-
even wanna
did you
watch
check
it.
the
No.
Wikipedia?
No, I haven't
Oh.
read anything about it. Like
Yeah, right.
all the stuff I've heard, like spoilers wise, from you guys just now, but I haven't watched it or
It's
paid attention.
don't
to it at
watch
all. Like,
if you haven't watched any of it. Watch the first few seasons. Great. The last.
no,
like,
I've
terrible.
watched all the other previous seasons. I just
Not
have no
to
desire
mention,
see
like,
this last season.
the fucking that like 11, and I feel so bad, but like you can't. She has no. Like I understand that you kind of try to make her a bit autistic. Like it's the whole thing. She's a bit developmentally impaired, right? Because she didn't go to school. She wasn't socialized in a normal
She was a
setting.
science experiment.
She was a science,
Those
but like
telekinetic powers.
the fact that like the poor girl now can't make a single emotion on her face because of all the Botox that she has, you're like, this is
Oh yeah, I
She's
saw like all the.
He's 23 years old. She has no facial expression.
at all. And it's
You know
like
what's crazy?
Like
She also
She's
adopted
Millie
a
Bobby
kid
Bon
at
Jovi.
20
She's married to Bon Jovi's son.
Millie Bobby Bon Jovi.
Yeah.
No, that's a fucking great name.
She's only 21 and she already has all that fucking.
And she
That's
and she
crazy.
adopted a kid. I was like, who's letting a 21-year-old adopt a child?
Well, she runs her show.
Bon
It's
Jovi's
these
son.
man, child stars are always a bit fucking whacked out, right? That's pretty
Yeah.
normal.
And she's the star, right? She made the most money of that show. She's gonna
100%.
have the most problems.
Well, she's done other movies too. Like done other.
She
stuff.
Enola Holmes. She was Enola Holmes. I watched it. All right. Anything to do with fucking Sherlock Holmes, I'll watch. Wasn't very good. Henry Cavill was in it though, and he was Sherlock Holmes. That was pretty
And
cool.
I feel like he's had just a really bad luck of like bad runs.
Henry?
Yeah, I feel like he deserves a good series that doesn't have any kind of
I'd like
fucking
him to fucking
controversy.
Start working on the Warhammer one that he's been attached to. Like they've been sitting on that for a while. And we like he's ready to like the Amazon's like, yeah, we got Henry Cavill to do the Warhammer show, and you're like, all right, well, let's start
Make
is
it.
it?
Yeah,
production.
do it.
Like,
Hey,
I think
listen,
it's been
Stop
like, a couple
making
years.
fucking Yellowstone 14 and Landman 9. Like, get going on something new, please. We don't need any more horse montages, pal. Like, let's fucking go. We're sick of this shit.
Yeah. The horse montages. Oh fuck.
Seriously, that show is so
Yeah. So
fucking
funny.
whack. My wife tried to make me watch it. I'm like, I can't do this. I'd rather watch fucking Peaky Blinders.
I watched that the one episode of the fucking what's that? It's the boat horses basically. It's
Oh yes, that dude. It's your it's exactly what I told Jess. I was like, it's like the waterfront or something, and I'm
Yeah,
like, this is literally Yellowstone on water. This
yeah,
is
I was like,
exactly what this
Jesus
is.
fucking Christ.
That is
I started
hilarious that you
watching it. I
say
was
that.
like, Jesus Christ.
We
I was
started
like,
fighting. She's like, no, it's not. It's totally different. I'm like, no, this is 100% Yellowstone.
Yeah.
The boss bitch sister, the fucking
Yeah.
brother. But
The boats are their horses.
Same thing.
The boats are their horses.
I hope
Oh.
that whole genre dies.
Oh yeah.
It's terrible.
Yeah. I'm so yeah. It makes money. That's the thing right now. It's like anything that makes money, they'll just fucking reproduce.
Well, because
the-
it's like you just
the
said though,
updates
it's like you
series.
can't follow anything of substance right now. Everybody's so burnt out that you just want mindless bullshit, and that's mindless bullshit.
Yeah. Okay.
Feed him that mindless
Right.
bullshit.
You can up it a little bit.
A little
I mean,
fuck
scale it
that.
up a little bit.
That waterfront show, like I couldn't. It's one of those shows where I kept having to pause it and bitch to Jess because I'm like,
yeah,
you've got a 35-year-old guy in this show that's like got kids and a wife, and his high school girlfriend comes back to town and
And he's like,
everything. He destroys his entire family
Oh!
for a girl he spent like
Oh!
3 years with in a small fragment of his life that who gives a fuck. Like,
Yeah.
when
He's like-
do you either of you guys think of high school?
Never.
Never. Right? And like she shows up and he's like, oh, I used to be a high school quarterback. I could
Yeah.
have been pro. And you're like, who
He also-
fucking cares?
He
You're a
also
grown
sounds
man
like
with a
Jesse
life.
Ventura. And he says all this. He says everything that Andrew's saying. When he shows up at her house at 12:30 at night outside the window, and she's like, "What are you doing here?" He's like, I was good in high school at football.
Yeah, dude.
Remember?"
Yeah,
He's
you
like,
graduated fucking 2 decades ago.
Yeah,
like, what
yeah,
are you
dude,
talking about?
You graduated in fucking 2001. I was the star quarterback. I could have made it, but my dad didn't believe in me.
Okay, Jesse Ventura.
That's what he sounds like.
I don't know. It's just like this is the dumbest shit I've ever seen. Like, who the fuck?
Yeah.
It's fucking crazy. I can't watch. Like, I don't know. I'm just too much of a grumpy old asshole to make it through a single episode of that. I ruin it all.
I
'Cause
watched
I'm
one
like, this is
episode.
the
and I was
dumbest
like,
thing I've
it's
ever seen.
like, it's like, I'm never watching that.
It's the fucking dumbest shit ever.
Can't watch that shit. It's so bad.
Anyway,
Yeah,
boys, let's
so-
wrap this up.
All right, don't
That was
watch
fun.
Waterfront. Watch episode 1 of Waterfront for the laughs.
And then you'll get it.
And turn it off.
Yeah.
Watch Stranger Things.
There is
to be
some good
disappointed.
TV. There
Disappointed.
is some good TV.
Yeah.
What Pitt's good. I enjoy Pitt.
UFO Cowboy.
Pit's good. The pit's
Yeah,
good.
UFO Cowboys.
Pitt's good. Sad, but it's good.
All right.
Peace.
Hey, don't watch TV.